Hey, what's going on, Xeno fam? I am Rob Richards, your Xeno Gym Master Trainer. Hey, I'd like to take a second to welcome all of our new viewers today. Whether this is the first time that you're working out with me or any of our other awesome Xeno Gym trainers, welcome. I have a workout door for you. But don't worry, I'm gonna be working out every step of the way and breaking down every movement, every set, repetition, and muscle that we're working, so you're in for a ride here. And if you're joining me back for another workout, welcome back again. We'll take you up to a new level today, focusing on upper body, shoulders, chest, back, arms, and of course, some core. Now, the focus with this workout is to be functionally fit. We want you to be fit, active, healthy, but also look good. Show off the arms, the abs, the shoulders, at the beach, pool party, wherever it may be. This is to get you in shape and ready. So let me break down quickly how this workout is gonna unfold. I have 9 exercises for you, each one focusing on a particular muscle group that we're gonna train on with the Xeno Gym Pro Bench. We're gonna use a range of bands, handles, and bars. I'm gonna break down each exercise as we go. Now, 2 sets each exercise. So our first set, we're gonna perform for 15, 12 repetitions, rest for about 30 seconds, and then we're gonna go back to that same exercise and try to increase the resistance. Now, if you're unable to do this, don't worry, this will come in time. I want you to focus on your form and technique, and if you need on that second set, just use the same resistance bands and setup that we did for that first set. As always, I'll break it down, show you some progressions and regressions as we go. Now, the first thing that we need to do before we get started on our exercise is warm up the body. Mentally prepare us for the workout ahead, both physically and mentally. So, when you're ready, we're gonna get started for about 2 minutes performing a great warm up. This is to get our heart rate going and warm up the muscles and joints to get us ready. First off, just some jumping jacks. So let's get to it. Arms up, legs out, nice and light on the feet. Now it's important that we get our heart rate up because the blood is fueling our muscles. Oxygen, nutrients are being pumped to the working muscles. So I want to spend a good 30, 40 seconds to get the heart rate up before we start to focus on mobilizing our joints. So whilst we do this, just try to calm your mind, focus on what I'm saying, what I'm doing. I want you to mimic it. Arms nice and high. Look, I'm soft on the balls of my feet. I'm not landing on the heels. Taking in some deep breath. In through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Okay, let's check it out. Now, upper body, but we're still gonna work the core and the leg. So, let's do some body squat. Feet about shoulder width apart. You can see I'm pushing back on my hips. Hips go down as though I'm sitting down on an imaginary chair. Knees are soft, they're not extended over my toes, and I'm keeping my body upright. So one thing about the breathing is really key to our workouts. I want you to try and exhale on the effort. So we exhale as the effort when we push up. And I'll keep bringing you back to this for each exercise. Get 2 more in here, nice and deep. Open out the groin, thighs, hip flexors as well. Let's do a couple more. Now we're focusing on the upper body, so let's get some arm circles in there. We're gonna extend the arms out, reach through the fingers. Start with some small forward motion at the shoulders. Again, loosen up the shoulders. Start to extend the diameter of the hands. Not going too quickly here. We're gonna be in control. All of our movements, every repetition, you're in control. Bigger and bigger with the arm circles until you can't go any further. And then reverse. Nice big arm movements going back. Fill those lungs with oxygen, taking that fresh air. Get back to our smaller rotation. Let's do one more. I'm gonna come around to the back of the bench here. We are focusing on upper body. So let's do a few push-ups here. If a full plank push-up might be a bit too challenging, drop down onto your knees. But get 12 repetitions here. Keeping our elbows in close to the body, not out wide. And again, breathing out on the effort. Let's do 4 more. 3, 2. I'm feeling warmed up. How about you? All right, let's do this. First exercise, it's gonna be shoulders. We're gonna use the bar. I'm gonna walk over, take one of our bar here. It's already fixed in the center. Place that there. Throughout this workout, I'm using 2 different bands, 15 and 30, and I'll show you exactly how I set them up on the bench. Like I said, if set 2 might be a bit too challenging, just stick with the 15s. First exercise is a front shoulder press. So check this out. We have 6 hooks all around the bench. We're gonna make use of all of them. We're gonna start by attaching one band to the front hook and looping it through here, which we can then attach on to the bar. Now the reason for this is we're gonna make use of the full length of that band. Sometimes we'll loop them around, sometimes we'll attach them and hook them through. So, military press or a seated shoulder press. Now with this, you wanna make sure that you don't rotate the bar. So keep your grip in that same fixed position. You're not trying to rotate at the wrists. Back nice and straight, feet flat on the floor. We're gonna raise that bar up to the top of the chest, keeping our elbows in. Drive up, lower back down, nice, smooth and controlled. We're gonna aim for about 12 repetitions here, or as long as I'm talking. So, nice, smooth, accelerate through that press. Arms are not going to full lockout. You see I'm keeping my elbows soft. Core is strong, the abdominal muscles are pulled in tight. The focus here is to work on our large shoulder muscles. So this will get you ready for lifting things above your head. And just general joint mobility around the shoulders too. Help to strengthen, build up some muscle mass and tone in there as well. Let's get 3 more in here. All the way up, lower back down. That is our first set. Now, I mentioned a second set, which I'm gonna show you how to set up. If you felt that 12 repetitions on that one was enough, stay with that. If you feel like you've got a little bit more gas in the tank, check this out. We're simply gonna attach our 30-pound band to our front hook. We're gonna attach the handle, not to the bar, but to the other hook there as well. Move over, repeat on the same side. Great thing about doing this as well is part of our active recovery. So it takes about 30 seconds to set this up, allowing us to get just enough recovery in the muscles to be able to go back, increase the resistance, and repeat that same exercise. So those 30-pound bands will really kick in the upper portion of the rep. Jump back into it. Aim for about 10, 12 reps. Let's go. Extend up. Lower back down. I can definitely feel that extra resistance there. Now the key is not to try and speed up the rep. So again, you're in control. Accelerate through. Pause momentarily at the top. Lower back down, under control. I can feel that sweat coming already. Strong arms. So drive directly up over the head. Lower back down, top of the chest. And repeat. Let's get it 2 more. Yes, well done. Great effort. We're gonna move on, set up for exercise number 2. Now for this, we're gonna keep the same configuration on the bench, except I'm just gonna remove the bar. Another reason why I said only hook the bands onto each other, because then we can remove the bar and keep the same configuration with the bands. I'll lift it up when I do it. We're gonna take our handles and place them on our bands as well. Now with this one, we're gonna start back with a lesser resistance. We always wanna start out with a lighter weight or resistance and higher repetitions and pyramid them as we continue through the workout, which means each set, we're gonna increase the resistance and lower the repetitions. A little bit more work, more intensity, but no more longer time. So we'll start with our 15s. Swap the bands over, the attachments, keep them on our 15. And at times you might see that the band just moves down under the bench. Don't worry about that, just move it up every now and again. Make sure that we keep the resistance always on the band. So, exercise number 2, sticking with the shoulders. This is a seated lateral raise. So whereas the first one was more of a compression and press movement, this one is going to be a flex at the shoulder. These 3 heads at the shoulders that look really great when we get the tone and separation in them. This is the exercise that's going to help separate and give you some definition and tone in the shoulders. We're going to do a seated lateral raise, starting with set 1. Again, shoot for about 12 repetitions. So nice and upright in the torso, feet flat on the floor. Raise your arms up. I want you to think about raising at the elbows. So not like this, lifting the hands up. Think about the elbows. So rotate the elbows round and have that be your driving force. You're gonna lose a little of that resistance down at the bottom. So just find where that starts to clack, which is about there, and focus on that as your core range of motion. Let's get that breathing back in check. Exhale on the effort. Breathe in as you lower back down. Each rep under control. Control that tempo. Work through that burn. I'm gonna get 2 more here. I'm gonna shake it off. If between sets you wanna add just a little stretch, I'll show you some stretches to focus on that muscle head, each muscle group that we perform. Okay, second set. Now we're gonna keep the same configuration as our first one, except this time I'm gonna add that 30-pound band, which I've already got hooked on, onto the handle. Same on this one. Look, when I'm in the gym with all the machines and the weights, I'm going from the next weight for each set. This, at home, at work, traveling, we have everything that we need right here with the bench. So we're gonna make use of the band throughout all of these exercises with these different configurations. Okay, let's get this. Go for about 10 reps on this one. Let's keep that focused, determination, and the commitment going. Here we go, rep 1. Oh, I feel that extra resistance. It's all coming from the elbows, remember. Want your elbows and wrists to be about the same level at the top of that rep. That's about halfway. Now, if you need to take a little rest in between, you do that. If not, let's keep on pushing. Get 2 more in here. Last one, let's make it count. Up. Oh, yes. I'm feeling the heat. I hope you guys are as well. We're gonna move on from our shoulders. We're gonna down to our chest. And with this one, we're gonna do an incline. So let's lift that bench up. I'm gonna drop the back down only to 1 click. We don't wanna be too high. That will bring in some of the shoulders and we've just worked them. So let's keep that bench at that incline. We're gonna take off our bands here, set up for the back. Now I wanna highlight as well that during these workouts, if you sweat, and I hope you do, to make sure that you stay hydrated. So that doesn't mean chugging a gallon of water before your workout, but you definitely wanna be hydrated and make sure you're sipping between at least every exercise. So all of these exercises and workouts within this program are designed to be efficient, working from our head down. So So we're gonna come to the back and pretty much replicate the same setup. We're gonna start with our 30, which I'm gonna loop through the back here. One here. We attach and loop. Our first exercise with this, incline chest press with the bar. So let's get this attached.
I just wanna live my life, but I keep on hearing about nonsense. Me and my dons ain't mobsters, but you know when you see imposters, we know how to read them faces, same way you know how to read them comments. If you wanna talk, let's talk.
Fine, the easiest way is to get the bench set up first, sit down, and then we can just raise that bar up overhead. So we want the bar to be in line with our chest, knuckles pointing upwards. We're gonna drive up, and as we do so, consciously squeeze the chest. That's that muscular contraction that we need that really makes this exercise worthwhile. Once again, accelerate through the press. Arms are not going to full lockout, slightly bent at the elbow. Lower back down, but you don't want to rest the bar on your chest. That's going to relieve the muscle from the tension. And one of the main points, benefits of these workouts, especially around the Xeno Gym bench, is making use of the resistance bands and keeping that resistance on the muscle. How are we doing? You guys still with me? We've got about 4 left here. It's only gonna get more challenging. 3, 2, 1. Yes, okay. Great pump in the chest. This is gonna help improve our tone, our definition in the chest, and also work on our overall strength. That's a major key to us being able to add more resistance. Progressive overload is one of the core foundations of this workout. So let's add some more resistance. We're gonna take our 30s, which we've already got on, and simply attach our 15s to the top. Now what this is gonna do is just add a little bit more resistance as we get to the upper portion of that rep, where we squeeze, contract that muscle. I refer to this as conscious training. Just doing the movement is only half of the exercise. Committing to focusing on that muscle and what it is that you're doing, the area that we're working on, is also a big mind part of this exercise. So let's give that a try on this set. Got our bench set up. Set number 2. I'm gonna raise that bar up. So we're gonna consciously commit to this one. Drive up the bar, squeeze that chest, control back down. There's a difference there. Squeeze, lower back down. Don't forget about the breathing. Exhale. Breathe in back through the nose. Lots of things going on here. And in time, it'll just become a familiar pattern to you. So, our body likes a challenge. We don't want to do the same movement over and over again. We need something to challenge the body to get us fitter and stronger on each workout. It's making a difference there. I'm gonna get 2 more reps. 1, big squeeze on that one. Drive it up. We're gonna hold that, an isometric squeeze, and lower back down. Yes. Wow, shoulders are on fire. Chest is getting there. We're gonna add 1 more chest element in. Once again, keeping the same configuration on the bands. Part of our active recovery. So, the bar comes off. Our handles now come back on. I'll tell you what, let's start with our 30 again. So we're basically replacing the bar with the handles and moving on to a different exercise, but still keeping the attention on the chest. This is an incline chest fly. Start with the arms out, a light grip, keep the elbows fixed at that position. You're gonna close up like you're hugging around a tree, and at the top, once again, squeeze the chest. So, commit with me on this one. This is rep number 2. Smooth and controlled, and squeeze. 4. Feel those muscles work. 5. 6. That's halfway. Come on, guys. I know you got more left in the tank. These are designed to be challenging. They're meant to push you. I'm going for 3 more reps. Let's stay strong here. Make sure that the last rep is as focused, proper form and technique as that first one. Ooh. Now with this one, during our rest, we've already got the band set up. So I'm just gonna squeeze the chest, extend out the arms, and hold this tense in the muscle for about 15 or 20 seconds. All right, keep that hold. Guys, I wanna share you in with a little trade secret. It's about motivation, it's about discipline, it's about reaching your goal. Listen, this is a marathon, this is not a sprint. So one good workout isn't gonna drastically change your body, but just like with a marathon, one footstep in front of the other, you are gonna get there. So let's make this workout count. We'll continue on with that flow as we move through. We're gonna attach the 15-pound band on each arm. How you guys feeling? You feeling that burn? Feeling your heartbeat? You feeling your breath? That's all part of this process. So let's keep it moving. Set number 2. Extend the arms. I feel that extra tension already with 15-pound. We're gonna close up, squeeze and tense the chest as we do, making sure that our hips are firmly pressed down into the back of this bench. So all the time, my arms are staying away from me. Check this out, look, I'm not pulling the bands in and then pushing up. There's a fly motion, just like a bird flapping its wings, except this bird isn't going anywhere. We're staying grounded on the bench, smooth, controlled tempo, working through each rep. All right, guys, let's get it here. 3 more reps. 1, 2, push it through, and 3. Whoa, shoulders and chest checked. We're gonna move on to our biceps. We're gonna stick with a seated incline curl. This time we need to change up the bands. So we're gonna take our 15s at the side and we're gonna loop them through our rear hook. This is what I love about this bench. So versatile, you can mix it up. It takes literally seconds to set up for that next exercise. So here's our 15-pound resistance band. Depending on the exercise and how far we're reaching our grip, we're then gonna set the bands up accordingly to match that resistance. So I'm gonna loop this one around, attach it to our handle here. Remember what I said, stay hydrated, focus on your breathing. There's our 15. This is set 1 for bicep. Just like I said, if you need that second set, if you need a little bit longer to rest, do so. But I'd rather stick with the tempo and use the same resistance for set 1 that we might need for set 2. And then on your next workout, try and get a few more reps in, take it from 12 up to 15. And then on that next workout, by workout number 3, you should be able to match that same resistance that I'm doing now. So check this one out. We're gonna do curls. We're gonna bring our bicep forward and curl up. You're gonna notice the bands just come either side of your forearms. That's fine, you can always bring that bench up to a more upright position. I like to keep it incline, so it keeps a lot less tension off my shoulders, which we've just blown them up. So we wanna keep the focus now on our biceps. So keeping the upper arms in that fixed position, squeezing our biceps as we curl those handles up. Let's get it here, 4 more. Arms are one of my favorite muscle groups to train. It's a great squeeze in them, feels good, and of course you can see them, so you're seeing all the work being done. Let's get our last rep here. Shake it off there. Now, for set number 2, we're gonna bring that bench up to an incline, which the Xeno Gym goes to a near vertical. Brings us a lot more forward. We're gonna take the 30-pound band, hook it through. This is really gonna be a step up. So whilst I'm doing this, let me talk to you about how muscle really is affected by these workouts. The goal with these is to challenge your muscles, stress them out through resistance, and repetitions, so that we're basically allowing us to come back, overload, get a little bit stronger, be able to control that effort a little bit more. So each workout we need to push ourselves, whether it's by rep or by resistance. Check this one out. A little bit more incline now. A lot more resistance on the arms. My arms are staying flush at the side of the body. We're focusing on executing with proper form and technique. Guys, I know you like bulging biceps, you want to fill out the t-shirt. It's that Greek Adonis. I look good at the beach, playing sport. Just look good getting dressed. It's all about self-confidence. And ladies, look, this isn't about bulky arms. This is about strengthening and toning your arms. So don't worry about that resistance. Trust me, you're not gonna get bulky. Just stronger, fitter, and leaner from these. All right, let's dig in. 4 more. 3, 2. Dig deep for this last one. Hold, about 2 seconds, and lower back down. All the blood is rushing to our muscles, getting a great pump. You can see the definition between the front and the back of the muscles in the arms. Okay, we're gonna move on. Triceps now. This is a single arm overhead extension. We're gonna bring the bench back, about 2 clicks. Move our handles. We're gonna bring them back to the side. And that 15, I'm just gonna bring out so it's full length. So taking it from a loop to a full length. This exercise that we're doing here is all about the triceps, this little muscle at the back of the arm. So once again, I'll start with you, ladies first. This is all about toning and creating shape. If you feel that you've got a little bit too much turkey wings there, this exercise is gonna help shape and strengthen and tone. And guys, whether you're throwing the football at the beach or on the field, the tricep along with part of the arm and shoulder is gonna give you that power. So let's commit to these. Set 1, 12 rep. Set 2, 10 to 12. We're gonna do one arm at a time. Back on the bench, make sure our hips are firmly pressed down. So let me show you about the handle. This is our normal handle configuration. We're gonna push the handle right up to the top so it mimics much more of a rope. We're gonna hold this like a baton, lean back, go for that full extension. So look, the upper arm remains fixed here, just at the side of my head. I'm working and flexing at the elbow, which is shortening and lengthening the muscle here. So 15 rep, push a little bit higher on the back of the arms. Smooth and controlled. You don't want to rush. You don't want to find each repetition getting faster on the next exercise. Should be a count of about 1, 1. 1 second up, 1 second back down. Eliminate any bounce or momentum that we might generate from going too quickly. If you need with the free hand, you can also keep it at the front of that arm, help stabilize the arm. That full lockout, make sure you really are committed to squeezing and contracting that tricep up at the top. 2 more. And lower down immediately into the other arm. Change our handle back over. So you want to hold it like a baton. Upper arm at the side of the arm. Now with this, I want to highlight something that many of us may do without knowing, and that's our feet. If you find that your feet are moving around or you're bouncing up and down on the heels, don't. Check yourself. Feet flat on the floor, that's our foundation. You're pushing down firmly with the feet, pushing yourself into the back of the bench, and therefore creating a firm foundation that we can work the tricep. Whew. I don't know about you guys, but I'm building up a sweat here. My heart is pounding, my heart rate is up, my body is burning more calories in doing so. I'm sweating because my body's core temperature has increased. That's a byproduct of all of our working muscles. So work with that. Sweat is your friend with these workouts. We're gonna take our 30-pound and attach them to the handle here. Again, the reason I've looped this round with the back is because it allows us the full length of that resistance band instead of doubling it up. So even though we've got 15, 30, and 50-pound resistance bands, we can double them up, taking 15 up to 30, or use the full length of the 30. So we've got all of these different integrations with the bands. You ready to get this? Let's do it then. I'm gonna start back with our left hand, take that up into a baton position. Big step up here. So if you think of that first one as sort of an intermediary set, this one is gonna be the main course. Keeping the upper arm fixed in that position. And if you need, with that free hand, do a little touch training. You'll feel all of those muscle fibers shake and work depending on where your arm position is. Get back in check with that breathing. Smooth and controlled. We've passed the halfway point. We've got to hold on for a few more exercises. Last one here. Full lockout, arm nice and straight. Hold that tension. I've said before, this workout is no joke. This is a real strength and conditioning workout. So again, if this is your first time, or you've been doing this workout for a few different programs now, well done, I mean that. You can see from me, I'm building up a sweat. I'm talking, my breath is getting heavy. These workouts never get easier. We just get a little bit more stronger and more efficient at performing them. I'm gonna get 3 more here. This is set number 2 of tricep. Ah, yes. Make sure we take some hydration. I'm gonna keep sipping on these water between the working sets. Whew. Guys, we are nearly there. We've hit shoulders, chest, arms. We're gonna do some for the back, and then we've got the abs. So 3 more. I want you to stay with me on this one. This one, a single arm row. I'm gonna take off the handle and go back to our looped arrangement. So take that 15-pound band. I'm gonna hook the bands on, loop this one through. Single arms here. We can use the bench. Let's come to a full upright here. This allows us to get a little bit further back and really lock yourself into position. Arm at full length, body squared to the bench. I don't want you rotated round. And from here, row that handle up towards your hip. So the driving force again is coming from the elbow, but you're putting that handle in towards your hip. And as you do, think about the muscle that we're working here. It's not the arms, it's not the shoulders, the back. So focus on squeezing and engaging the back at the end of each repetition. Go for about 4 more reps here. Once again, accelerate through that rep. Pause momentarily. Lower back down to full length. Last one here. Make sure that we replicate that same setup over on the other side. So I'm just looping our 15-pound resistance band. Back is another one of those muscle groups that can easily be neglected simply because we don't see it, but feel it. And it's a big part of our body. So we want to make sure that we're giving our back equal attention to many of our front muscles. So in that tripod position, knee firmly on, using my right arm to help support myself. Therefore, I've got a really strong foundation with my left leg kicked out as well. And I'm nice and balanced, grounded to be able to give it my all with that back. And I'll tell you something else, guys and women, if you think that resistance bands won't give you the same resistance and workout and intensity that you can get in the gym with dumbbells, I'm about to change your perspective on band training. But the great thing about bands, as I get 3 more reps in here, you have that exponential resistance the more you stretch them out. That's something you don't get with dumbbells or plates. Those are what we refer to in the industry as dead weight. These bands come alive. As we stretch out, we keep that resistance firmly on the muscle, and it increases and decreases with our movement. I'm trying to catch my breath here. I want you to take a couple of seconds, catch your breath, because we've got a few more exercises where we're gonna once again kick up that intensity level, take you to that next level, working our back, finishing with abs. So we've got our 30 attached. I want to tell you something as I start our second set here. If these movements are new to you, take your time with them. We all start somewhere. You might be looking at people you follow on social media, magazines, TV, movies. Look, they've all got a starting point. If this is your starting point, I'm honored that you're starting it with me and the Xeno Gym family. We're here to motivate and inspire and educate you as well. This isn't just about following through the workouts and the exercises that you see. It's about giving you the tools to be able to do this and progress yourself. So I want you to remember that. Each workout, each exercise, this is a new page in your book. Every workout, you're getting just a little bit stronger, becoming a little bit more mindful and aware of your own body and your own ability. Whew. Let's step up that level. We're almost there. We're on the home straight here. With this, I like to motivate myself. Think about a particular time, a deadline, somewhere that I know I really want to be in shape. That gives me the energy and that motivation to really dig deep when the repetitions start to become hard. It's that fight or flight response. Do I want to give up, or do I want to put my head down, get a few more reps in? That's where the workout really starts for you. Don't doubt yourself. You're stronger than you think. Let's go, 2 more reps. Okay, I'm feeling that burn. 2 more left. I'm gonna drop that bench down. We're gonna bring our bar back into play. You see how we're alternating between handles and the bar? This one is a seated row, another favorite of mine. So we're gonna take the handles off. We're done with those. Back and ab. And if working on your stomach is one of your main goals for this year, next exercise is really gonna be one for you. We're gonna take our band, we're gonna stretch out our 15s on this one. We'll attach them to the bar and to our back hook here. You'll see how simple it is just to change up. We're not walking over to the weight rack, picking up new dumbbells, putting old dumbbells back, changing out plate. All we're doing is changing a few simple setups on our band. This one is a seated row. Great exercise for strengthening and adding some width into our back as well. So we're gonna use the bench as our foot plate here. About a shoulder width overhand grip. Sit upright. I don't want you leaning back on this one. Make sure your shoulders stay stacked over your hip. We're gonna row that back, driving with the elbows and pinching the back at the end of the rep. Smooth and controlled. Let's get it, guys. 6 more reps, halfway. Look, big difference when we really commit to the exercise. Think about the elbows driving back. We're not just putting the bar in, we're driving it back, accelerating through that rep, squeezing the back at the top of the rep. 2 more. Love this one. I'm gonna go around. Simply unhook our 30s, hook them on that back hook there. You guessed it, we're gonna lock in those 30s on the handle to the 15-pound band. Slide it through. What's great about this as well, it keeps about 30 seconds rest between each exercise. Look, we're attaching it to the hook of that 15-pound. Gives us a little bit more movement on the bar. 10 reps. Let's do this. Stay with me, each rep. Almost at the end. More resistance on this one. Body upright, mind checked. Let's go, rep number 1. Elbows, squeeze in. 2, 3. Keeping each rep as controlled and smooth as our first rep. I don't want you breaking form. That's halfway. 5 more, you got this. You can do this. 3, don't break form. 2, I want you to hold this one. 3 seconds at the top. 1, 2, there it is. Go. We got 1 more left. I'm gonna free up some space on the bench here. Just move our bar around. I'm gonna come around to the front. This one, double box crunch. So, heels up on the bench, knees at about 90-degree angle. And with this, we're gonna crunch our shoulders up as we press down on the heels, lifting our hips up. This is a double whammy for the abs. So, hands either at the side, cross them over, you can reach towards your knee. Shoulders come up, hips come up. We'll do 15 of these. 3, 4, 5. We're not trying to get the hips up too high, just enough where we feel the abdominals contract and come into play. That's halfway. Alright, let's get 3 more here. Exhaling on each crunch. There it is. Quick, simple stretch. The ab. Gonna rotate the torso around, hold onto the bench, feel all of the obliques and the abdominal stretch there. We got our last set coming up. Last set. So, let's challenge the body one more time. We're gonna do alternating knee to elbow. Similar to the first setup, which if this is a new exercise, stay with this one. If you wanna see what you can do, we're gonna drive one knee up and bring it to the opposite elbow. So I'm still pressing down on that heel. I'm just rotating, working the oblique, getting our abdominals in, both the upper and lower. Great core functionality and strength, and of course working on those 6-pack abs. So a little bit of agility and coordination here. Twist and rotate. 2 more. And up we come. Nice and slow. Bring it back down. Great job, guys. Like I said, these workouts aren't easy. They're not meant to be easy. If they were easy, you wouldn't change and progress. So, work at your own pace, but make sure each workout you are stepping it up a level from the last one. It's been a pleasure training with you. I can't wait to see you back here for another one of our awesome Xeno Gym workouts. I'm Rob Richards. Give some love to our other Xeno Gym trainers as well. Get some rest, eat some good, wholesome food, stay hydrated. See you back here on the next one. Take care.